What's the story, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? It's a massive shock in the Munster Senior Football Championship. Kerry have beaten Tipperary by 20 points, a result that nobody saw coming. And Kerry, would you believe, are into the Munster Championship. Absolutely incredible. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe what I have just witnessed there. Yeah. I had to try and hype up this game for some reason, but there we go. It's obviously not a big surprise by any stretch of the imagination. Obviously, if you haven't got the joke there, then maybe this channel is not for you. But there we go. Kerry 25 points, Tipperary 5 points. Kerry are into the Munster final. It's not a surprise, and it's not a shock. You know what more can be said? I said I'd do a match reaction since it's Kerry's first championship game, and for the opening 10 minutes, I was thinking, is this a game? It was 3 points to 1 after I think 10 minutes. There actually wasn't a score in this game till like 9 minutes, and you were kind of thinking, Jesus, are Kerry going to get going here? What's the story? But yeah, it was a training match. It was genuinely a training match for Kerry. It was an exhibition match, a challenge match. There was no Kerry didn't even get out of autopilot. You know what I mean? They didn't even get out of third gear. Like, it was absolute cruise control. David Clifford only kicked 2 points. Sean O'Shea kicked 7 points, majority of which were from place balls. Kerry were an absolute cruise control. And the game was over before a ball was even kicked. I mean, we very much knew that. We knew Kerry were going to win this game. We knew they were going to be the ones to progress into the Munster final. In the back of your head, you're hoping, like, especially when you see the opening 10 minutes, you're thinking, Tipperary are set up very well here. Kerry weren't really probing too much into Tipperary. You were thinking maybe could Kerry sort of, lack of form from the league be carrying over? Could Tipperary be onto something? But I think once we knew that Kerry would kick into gear and get going, this was going to be game over, and it very much was that. I suppose the positives from a Kerry perspective, like Paul Gainey, obviously back on the field, he's a big positive. 2 points from him. Tony Brosnan's been a player who's kind of been on the fringes for Kerry, but he scores 5 points, which is good to see from a Kerry perspective as well. So once they got going, Paddy Clifford kicked the opening score for Kerry. Kevin Fahey responded for Tipperary. And then Kerry once got going, they got going. Paul Gainey, Sean O'Shea, Darren Moynihan, Jeremy O'Connor with a lovely score as well. And from there on in, it was a training match and an exhibition match, and it was just absolute cruise control. I think Kerry were playing within themselves because you don't want to be picking up injuries. And Jack O'Connor made a whole host of substitutions as well, like Killian Spillane coming on, Rory Murphy coming on and getting a score. Brian O'Buglock, Barry Dan O'Sullivan as well. So a whole host of changes. Kind of surprised he didn't make more changes. I think Stephen O'Brien came on as well. Just having a look on Score BO says he didn't, but I was sure I did see him on there. But there we have it. Tom says face at Kerry Miners would have won it. Yeah, I think they would. And look, it's no disrespect to Tipperary. It is no disrespect to them at all. Tipperary are a predominant hurling county, and that's just how it is. That is just how it is, unfortunately, from a Tipperary perspective. And look, Tipperary are a county that they owe nothing to no one. Like, they achieved everything they had to achieve. They won that Munster title. They got to 2 All-Ireland semi-finals. During that period of that sort of golden era. I just think that era is over now for Tipperary. And when you look at Tipperary football prior to the minor team that reached an All-Ireland final in 2012. And obviously, that translated into the senior team, then into 2016 and everything else. That team, that era is over now. And when you look before that era, Tipperary football, they were never really a team. They were sort of around the levels of your Waterfords and your Carlows and everything else. And I just think that, fortunately, that era of Tip football is over now. But there we go. Thomas says, are you doing a reaction video between Galway v Wexford? I am. We're going to be going straight from this stream over to that stream, which should be out in about 5-10 minutes after this one. I did watch that game, which is why I'm only uploading this reaction now. trying to watch both games at once, along with Liverpool, Nottingham Forest. It's been a busy day. It's been a busy day, but thankfully Liverpool won, so we can smile and relax a little bit now going into our push for top 10. But there we go. Kerry get the result, 20 points. Not really a lot else to say. No injuries really. David Clifford only scoring 2 points, maybe a bit of a surprise, but then again, I don't. They're saving themselves. They're saving themselves for championship for the group stages and for that Munster final. Clare if Clare do get through Limerick, like it will be a tougher test. It will be a tougher test, but I think we'd all expect Kerry to be the ones to progress through to the Munster or to the All Ireland group stage as Munster champions. Tipperary are going to the Tailteann Cup. Will they be one of the contenders there? Absolutely not. You would have to say so, but it's been a difficult year for them as well. Conor Sweeney obviously injured. Is always a big blow, in fairness, and it was just a tough day at the office. Sometimes you wonder why we have these championship games like this. Dublin Laois, I'm sure tomorrow will be another one, but I'm not too sure what the solution is, and I'm sure that's a discussion for another day. But there we go. Man of the match, be curious to know people's thoughts. Probably Tony Brosnan thought a very good game, in fairness. So probably give it to him. But yeah, I would certainly most likely anyways give it to Tony Brosnan. But yeah, cheers to anyone who tuned in. If you could hit the like button and subscribe, that would be much appreciated. And as I said, they're going to be doing a reaction to the Galway Wexford game, which, let's face it, I had one eye on the Kerry Tipperary game, but I wasn't really watching it, Galway Wexford was really where, although that game kind of fizzled out as well, in fairness, but we'll get onto that in a couple of minutes' time. So, cheers to anyone who tuned in, and we'll speak soon.